Well, what was the robber's clothing?
Brown.
Brown? I thought it was blue.
Blue? No, I think it was brown.
But the sun was in your eyes when you were robbed. Are you sure your robber wasn't wearing blue?
Well, now that I think about it, it was blue.
I think you're right. Now, was the robber short or was he a tall man?
He was a tall man, taller than you.
Are you sure? Robbers are normally very short so they can hide easier. Are you sure your robber wasn't a short man?
No, he was a tall man, taller than you.
Maybe it was at the angle at which you saw him that he looked tall. A person close up can look tall, but actually quite small.
Well, maybe he was a short man.
I think you're right. Now, was your robber a man or was he just actually a woman?
What? He was a man.
But didn't you see that long flowing hair?
Long hair?
Yeah, that long hair that was in the shade.
I guess I must have.
I think you're right. So, your robber is a short woman in blue clothing.
Yes, you were right. The person who robbed me was a short woman in blue clothing.
Unhand me. I've done nothing wrong.
You robbed that poor lady in the marketplace. And we will see you punished for this! My lady, is this the man who robbed you?
This can't be the man who robbed that poor lady in the marketplace. She's informed me that the assailant was a short woman in blue clothing. Isn't that right?
Well, he does look a
You
little bit like
said
that.
the robber was wearing blue clothing, right?
Yes, I did say that.
And this man is wearing brown clothing, and by smell, it needs cleaning. And you also said the robber was short, right?
Yes, I did say that.
And look, this man is taller than I am. And you also said the robber was a woman, right?
Yes, I said that also.
And although he does have fair skin and a feminine way about him, he's clearly not. So in hand, this poor unfortunate though, for he's not the person who robbed that lady in the marketplace.
Yes, you were right. This isn't the person who robbed me.
And now will you find moments please take this lady to the soldiers and report himself a crime?
Yes, of course. Come, my lady. We will take you to the soldiers.
What took you so long?
She was not an easy woman to convince. Next time, pick an older woman with poor eyesight.
Yeah, but old woman with poor eyesight had little money to steal.
Well, how much did you get?
3 gold coins.
Only 3? Wow, that's hardly worth the effort.
Yeah, the effort. Because I was chased.
And it was I who used his quick tongue to convince her you weren't the robber. Though as you've been thrown the lines, which I might add would be very irritating.
Not for the lines. Because I would take the lines with one hand tied behind my back.
You'd only have one hand, the other one would be in the lion's mouth.
Why do you think so little of me?
Because you only brought me 3 gold coins.
I think that I will have my share.
Your share? Just who are you?
I am the woman who saw you rob that woman of her money.
Me? Rob an old woman? Never.
Maybe the soldiers will be interested in what I saw. A Roman soldiers!
Wait. Do you want that poor man to be thrown in the lions?
That would be very entertaining.
Not for the lines. I would
Yes,
take-
yes, we've heard it all before.
And so shall I call the Roman soldiers?
You know, they're not very nice people.
And either am or I don't get what I want.
Excuse us a moment. Do you think we can take her?
Nope.
I guess we'll have to share with her. And how do we know that you won't go to the soldiers after we share with her?
You don't.
I think she's got us.
Very well.
Just 1 gold coin.
She was a poor woman.
Now she's a little poor.
So what's our next job?
Our next job? We work as a duet, not a trio.
A Roman soldiers!
Alright. Just don't call us soldiers.
My name's Julia.
My name's Minimus.
But his friends just call me.
Appropriate.
And that's Gladius.
But my friends call me Glass.
Plus, isn't that your girl's name?
Don't tell him that, it'll only hurt his self-esteem.
So now that I'm a member of the gang, I think we should hit bigger targets than old women.
But old women are easy to rob.
Do you enjoy being chased?
So I get my exercise.
You must be very healthy.
As a horse.
Waiting for the lady.
Oh, look. Who's that?
It's the princess.
Oh, man, she's so beautiful. I'd give anything to be near her.
If you were caught near her, you'd give your life. She has nothing to do with us. We are peasants, and she is royalty.
But what do royalty have that I do not?
Well, let's see, they have stuff like money.
And and property,
And they have money.
and fine clothing,
Well, and they have money.
and servants,
And, well, don't forget money.
and brains.
And they have money.
Okay, so I have what I don't. But give me money and fine clothes and servants and...
Brains.
Oh yes, and brains too. Give me all this, and I could be royal. I could lead the masses. I could...
Eat your fat, lazy lord to the senators.
He's already lazy and well fed.
You two laugh at me now, but someday I'll be the last laugh.
And if you do, Gladys, who will be your other gang members?
Yeah, with more than 3 billion points.
They amuse me.
Who amuses you?
The peasants, they look like animals.
They are animals.
That one down there looks like a baboon.
Baboon? She doesn't even look that good.
Look, she's pointing at me.
Don't flatter yourself. She looks right through people like us.
No, I'm sure. She's noticing.
Notice you? She's obviously just trying to pick the next peasant to be thrown to the lions.
Well, she can obviously tell that I can hold my own in the arena.
Or that you make a gummy of a hot hat.
Just look at them pawing at each other. They haven't a shred of decency in them.
They are what they are. They'll never change. A leopard cannot change its spots.
Ah, but a leopard can be trained. As for the peasants, they have the brains of a leopard.
She still looks my way. Shall I throw her a kiss?
Only if you want an arrow in return.
Through your heart.
Oh, my heart is breaking for her.
It's better to have your heart broken than pierced by an arrow.
But I must be near her to tell her how I feel.
You speak of crazy things.
Things that would bring her death.
Then I shall die in the attempt.
But the only ones to get near her are her servants.
And they're all ladies.
And I shall tell her, lady.
That sounds painful.
Julia, how you doing?
My help. What for?
Come on, cut it in.
What about me?
You can come too. Lady never walks the streets alone.
What are you talking about?
Boy, stop. Come here. Why are you in such a hurry?
I have a message from the Emperor for her daughter, for his daughter.
But the Emperor's in the front lines of battle right now.
Yes, I know, I read all the way.
Give me the message.
But the message is for the daughter of the Emperor.
But I am the highest senator in the Empire. She asks her to have heard of me, Senator Altilis.
Altilis. Doesn't Altilis mean fat and bird in Latin?
Yes. So you've heard of me?
Nope, never heard of you.
Well, now you have. And now, the message.
But the message,
Show me the message, or I'll have you fed to those lions. So battle's not going too well. Anyone's all available men to head for battle. What? Even the senators? Why, one could be killed in battle.
that's usually how it works.
But one senator shall stay behind to manage the affairs of the empire. What? The emperor's daughter will be choosing the senator. Now this is an outrage. How can you make sure I am the senator that stays behind? I must have plenty of time, and I must have time to speak with the emperor's daughter. Boy, when you run 3 times down Rome before entering the palace to deliver this message.
But I've already run a long way, and I need some rest.
So a few miles won't hurt you. Now do as I say, or you'll become youngers. Go on. And remember, 3 times.
Can I add these extra miles to my frequent flyer miles?
No, I'll be gone with you. Now visit with the emperor's daughter.
Senator Altilis, is there a word with you?
I was on my way to a grand tournament meeting.
This will only take a minute. The ladies and I have wanted to be more active over the empire. These senators' wives and I have formed a group. Well, some of the ladies want to call it a club. But in the club, we have to have rules, elect officials, and we figured we didn't want to get into it. So we have formed a group.
Oh, Drew, really?
We have named ourselves the Senator's Wives.
That's a catchy title.
Yes, it is. I thought of it myself. We have been talking about how we can make our society better.
Our society better. How can you make Rome better?
We would like to become philanthropists.
Philanthropist. What's a philanthropist?
A philanthropist is the person who raises money for the poor. Well, you can do more than just raise money. You can donate some of your time. Of course, you can't give anyone time. That's impossible. But you can volunteer your time. You know, do something for the poor, like work in a soup kitchen or...
A soup kitchen.
Yes, a soup kitchen. It's a place where poor people go to get some soup. I think he gets the idea, Romina. What we want to do is raise money to give to the poor.
Give money to the poor. But we tax the poor so we can get money. Why would you want to give back to them?
Because they have so little and we have so much.
That's how things are supposed to be. It's called government.
Senator Altilis, you feel very strong about helping the poor. Isn't that right, Peter?
If you want to waste your time, it's fine with me. Maybe we can tax the poor on money we're giving them. How do you propose on raising money?
We'd like to sell something at the next Gladiator games.
But a gladiator game isn't like a football game. You don't run up and down the aisle selling items.
We believe that it is a perfect place to make money.
Exactly what would you sell?
We were thinking of lizards on a stick.
Lizard on a stick. Yeah, that's disgusting.
But it's quite a delicacy in some countries.
But not in Rome. So why would not have you selling lizards on a stick in my gladiator games?
Very well, I'm sure we can come up with something else.
Yes, ladies, we've got a lot of work to do.
Speaking of work, I have my own to do. A few ladies here too.
My life is so boring. The same thing, day after day. Nothing ever seems to happen in Rome.
Maybe you should do as your father said and find a man to marry.
A man to marry? There's no one in all of Rome that I would marry.
But what about that young man who came courting yesterday? The son of that senator with all hair in his ears. What was wrong with him?
The problem was, he's a man.
Remember the legend, Princess. Legend has it that a princess will marry the last gladiator.
Yes, I've heard of it before. A gladiator will fight all of the gladiators. The last gladiator standing will win his freedom and marry the princess.
It's just a fairy tale. And I can assure you, if it were true, I would not be that princess.
Maybe you should do as your father says. And she'll find a man to marry before he returns.
I'm sure my father wasn't serious.
I think he was, Princess. He was very concerned about the morale of the public, what with war, and he really seemed to think a royal wedding was just the thing to raise the people's spirits.
Why would seeing me in a frilly dress cheer the people? I hate those puppy sleeves. And besides, the place makes me itchy.
Princess, there's somebody here who wishes to speak to you.
Probably a peasant wanting me to persuade my father into lowering taxes. Or even worse, a senator. Who is it?
A senator. I knew this was going to be a bad day.
What is royalty? I must suffer. Send him in.
Good morning, Princess. I hope the day is beginning well.
It wasn't until you showed up.
Humor is a great way to start the day.
Yes, it is. And someday I'll have to try it.
That was a good one, my princess.
Chit chat, what do you want?
Just know you are comfortable and well taken care of in your father's absence.
Really? I didn't think you cared.
Of course I do, and I want you to know that at any time you can call upon me for anything. Your wish is my command.
You really don't want to know what I wish, but I'll keep your offer in mind should I need anything.
I was just thinking of all the work I have to do, and as head senator, my work is never done.
What have you done for the Empire?
Why, so many things.
Name one.
Well, just this morning I toured that marketplace to see what I could do for those Roman people.
And what can you do for them?
For whom?
The Roman people.
Oh, the Roman people. Well, I'll take the information I've gathered and consult it with my other senators.
In other words, nothing.
Things take time. Remember, Princess, Rome wasn't built one day.
But the senators don't start thinking about the Empire rather than themselves, and will fall in a day.
Princess, I have a message from your father.
I cannot. I've been 3 times.
I never learned how to count.
Out the lines of indigestion and speeches them.
Well, the war isn't going well.
Then I will take your father's orders and send him on soldiers to battle.
Not so quickly. My father also said that he wants the senators to join the fight, but one senator stayed behind to run the Empire. I was wondering why you were here.
I was just here to make sure you were comfortable, my princess.
Yeah, I'm sure. I want you to send a message to my father immediately. I'll tell him that I'll send all the senators and run the Empire myself.
But you don't possibly think you could run the empire.
You're not stuck for anything, do you understand?
But I've already run a long way, and I need some rest.
Yes, the boy is exhausted. He must have his rest.
I don't care, just run.
Yes, my princess.
You are to bring any incoming messages to me first, or you will be captured.
I'd rather take Ken now.
I said go!
But a woman couldn't possibly run the empire.
On the contrary,
necessary. I think I can do a better job.
There's so many decisions to make, taxes to collect, buildings to construct. Not at all a woman's job.
And when was the last time you looked at a brick to construct a building? Or collected taxes rather than spend them? Just what I thought. Like most men, you're heavy in talk and light in action.
I've taken it. I've begun playing those upcoming Gladiator games.
The Gladiator games?
Yes, and if I remember correctly, the Emperor said you are to marry the last gladiator standing in the next games. That would keep you busy planning your wedding and meddling in affairs of the Empire.
I would never lower myself to marry a gladiator.
But if the Emperor said it, we must make it so. Yes, we'll honor the Emperor's words while push up the games with traditions. It will be one celebration, a send-off to all the men as they head for battle. It will be one great celebration, one that will end with the last gladiator and princess.
You wouldn't dare.
Yeah, I can get everything arranged in 2 days. No. We're gonna have the gladiator games tomorrow. Tomorrow would be perfect. So much for me to do. If you'll excuse me, my princess.
I'll have been blind for this.
It's not good to make an enemy of Senator Altilis.
Senator Ellis is a bad word. I enjoy having him plucked.
He's also high senator. He will not be so easy to push aside.
We shall see. Princess, Senator's wives are here. Is it today that I'm supposed to meet with them?
Today is the day.
But it's already been a bad day. Then again, this could be just what I need. If I could convince Senator's wives to help me with an end to all future gladiator games, then I wouldn't have to worry about marrying anyone since there wouldn't be a winner.
But an end to the gladiator games? The Roman people enjoy them so much.
They're so barbaric and bloody.
That's what makes them so enjoyable.
Well, it's worth a try. Send him in.
Your Highness, I would like to introduce you to Verbalina, wife of Senator Salentius.
The one who never speaks a word?
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, my princess. I was telling your ladies how honored I am to be invited to the palace by the princess herself. It's a dream come true. Well, I actually didn't have a dream that I could be princess. So I guess I can't say that it was a dream come true. I guess I'd have to dream this if I'm going to say that.
Yes, you would. I must meet you with ladies.
Oh yes, the other ladies, and they are fine ladies. I've known them for so very long. And I can tell you, princess, I would trust each one of them. They're the pillars of the empire.
And Impella, wife of Senator Thaddeus.
The fat one with all the vapors?
That's the one.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Milla. Sorry? I'm sorry to bring you out here in such a hot day. Oh, it's no trouble. Anything for my princess.
And Cecilla, wife of Senator Furious.
The one with all the hair in his ears?
The very one.
Pleasure to meet you. The pleasure is all mine. I'm sure of that.
And finally, Latina, wife of Senator Dubius.
Nice to meet you. Is she for real?
I'm afraid so.
Ladies, nice to see you all, and thank you for coming. I have called you out here because I'm appalled